What's up, guys? Stacy here from Becoming Financially Fit, and today is an exciting day because the wait is over. I finally received that email from Robinhood saying that I'm off the wait list for fractional shares. So what I'm going to be doing for you guys today is giving you guys an inside look at fractional shares and actually how you can use fractional shares from within the app. So I'm going to be doing a screen share for you guys just so you can see exactly how it works. And also with fractional shares, they also gave me access to the Dividend Reinvestment program, or the DRIP program that came out right alongside fractional shares. So I'm going to be giving you guys an inside look at how to set that up as well. But before we get into too much of the details, this is Becoming Financially Fit. So let's get into it. Before we get into the content, if this is the first time you guys are stopping by my channel, I make videos about personal finance, financial literacy, savings, investing, and I also try to throw some entrepreneurship in there as well. So if you're interested in any of those topics, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit the bell to be updated anytime I post new content. So if you guys have been following my channel, you would know that about 2 months ago, I posted a video and it was titled Robinhood Fractional Shares Are Finally Here. And just to give you guys some background about that video was mainly about all of the details that went into the fractional shares announcements from Robinhood. And it was kind of a recap into every feature and functionality that they were going to be offering. And I released that video about 2 months ago. That was back on, I want to say, December 12th of 2019. And so I've been waiting, I know, just alongside you guys for access to fractional shares, but it's finally released. So if you guys want a full recap as to what fractional shares are, what the DRIP Dividend Reinvestment Program is, or what recurring investments are, make sure you go check out that video. I'll make sure I leave it up there in the card. So just so you give you guys some background about everything that Robinhood has to offer in terms of fractional shares, the Dividend Reinvestment Program, and also recurring investments. And so now you might have the question as to what fractional shares are. So fractional shares allow you to invest in just about any stock that Robinhood has to offer for as little as $1. And this is going to be great for investors that have a little smaller budget than other investors. And it's going to allow you to actually purchase shares that are very, very expensive. So some examples that I know a lot of people are going to purchase on the first day of fractional shares from Robinhood are going to be things like Google, things like Amazon, things that are trading for over $1,000, which may have been unattainable in the past because you could only really buy one share at a time. But now you're going to be able to purchase into those companies at increments of, like I said, $1. So if you want to buy $1.50 or $25 or even $1, you can do that now with fractional shares from Robinhood. What's cool about fractional shares from Robinhood is not only can you buy into the company at a set dollar amount or a fractional share amount, you can also sell out of that company. So let's say I buy $1,000 worth of Google and I want to keep a little bit of that, even though it's trading for $1,500, I want to keep a little bit, but I don't want to sell everything. What I can do is I can sell, let's say, $250 worth of Google and still keep that investment in Google. So it's great for investors that want to just stick to a set amount of money, let's say investing $50 a week, and they want to put it into a certain number of companies, and they might want to take out, $25 at a time or $100 at a time. This is going to be great for those investors. So I would definitely recommend, if you guys haven't checked out fractional shares from Robinhood, I'm going to leave a link down in the description below so you guys can sign up for fractional shares to make sure you guys are on that wait list. So don't worry, you guys can sign up below. If you've already signed up, drop a comment below and let me know if you've gotten off the list yet. Another cool thing about fractional shares from Robinhood is that leads into their dividend reinvestment program. So just to give you guys a little bit of background about how Robinhood previously used to work and how it may be working for you guys now, is that in the past, if you were to invest in a company that actually paid out a dividend on a monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, or annual basis, what would happen is they would send you the money from that company, but it would be in the form of cash. So let's say I invested in a company like Apple. They send me a dividend every quarter, but it's only a couple dollars at a time. And that wasn't enough to actually purchase a whole nother share of Apple, because previously there wasn't any fractional shares and you would need to buy a whole share of Apple at each time. But now with the dividend reinvestment program and fractional shares combined, what happens is if I were to select that button to reinvest those dividends in that particular company, instead of Robinhood sending me a cash dividend from a company like I said, Apple, they would then reinvest it back into Apple automatically, and I literally wouldn't have to do anything. I was reading through the press release and they said that they will be reinvesting these dividends on the day after it's paid out. So let's say they paid me a dividend on Monday. If I look at my account on Tuesday or Wednesday, that dividend that would be paid to me in the past in the form of cash will be automatically reinvested into the company. So you can start to build things and start to receive the benefits of what I like to call compound interest. And that's making money on your money. And so now what I want to do is I want to give you guys an inside look. So I'm going to be sharing my screen to give you guys a look at what exactly fractional shares and the dividend reinvestment program looks like from within the app. But before we get into that, drop a comment below and let me know the first stock that you guys are going to buy when you get access to fractional shares. Okay, let's get into it. So just to give you guys some background as to what it actually looks like. So they sent me this email today and it says, "Hi, Stacy, the wait is over. You're one of the first people to get access to fractional shares from Robinhood." So immediately when I saw this, I clicked the button and I said, "Get started." And then it allows you to open up the app. So I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like when you're going through that process of clicking the button in the email into what it looks like on your screen. So when I click the button, it says you're off the waiting list. And if I want to invest, I would just hit the continue. So how does it work? We'll slice shares into pieces on the dollar or share amount you specify, starting at $1 or 0.000001 shares. So keep in mind, transactions are rounded. You'll still get dividends and you can't transfer the fractional shares. So you go through, if you hit continue, you can accept their agreement. And once you do that, it says, "Welcome to fractional shares. Start investing in thousands of stocks like Apple, Disney, Amazon with as little as $1. So now that I have access to fractional shares, what I'm going to be doing is giving you guys an inside look into what it actually looks like when you're actually going in to buy a share. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a screen share and I'm going to give you guys an example as to what it would look like when you guys get access to fractional shares. So right now, as you guys can see, I'm on Google Alphabet Class A shares. Right now, they're trading for around $1,500. So like I said, in the past, if you wanted to buy something like a Google, you would have to come out of pocket $1,500. But now, with fractional shares, it's very, very simple. So all you need to do is hit the trade, hit the buy, and this is probably what you guys see traditionally. You type in the number of shares, the market price, and it will give you an estimated cost. So previously you were only able to do whole shares. So I would type in something like a 1 or a 2, and it would give you the estimated cost. Now with fractional shares, let's say I only have the money to buy half of a stock. What I can do is I can do 0.5 and it will give me the estimated cost, which is $748.50. Another cool feature about fractional shares is you don't just have to type in fractional shares. Let's say I only wanted to invest $25. So what you could do is on the top right hand of the screen, if you click the shares, they'll give you a drop down. And now you can do a couple of different things. With the market order, not only can you buy in shares, but you can also buy in dollars. And so that's something that's new in the fractional shares new update. So if I were to click on that, now instead of typing in the number of shares that I want to buy, now I can just type in a dollar amount. So let's say I want to buy $25 worth of Google. That's literally all I need to do. I could click the review button and I could buy $25 worth of Google and be done with it. This is something that is unprecedented for an app like Robinhood in the past. I know some of the competitors are starting to roll out this functionality, but for a company like Robinhood, this is going to be a game changer. They released cash management, and I do have my cash management card right here. It's great functionality, and they just keep building and building and building upon all of the different pain points that people had raised in the past. They're just knocking them off the list. So like I said, it's easy as that. All you need to do is go into your app, go to a company that you want to buy, type in the dollar amount or the number of shares, and that can be fractional shares, and you can have that stock in your account in as little as 60 seconds. So now I'm going to give you guys an inside look into how you can actually set up the dividend reinvestment program from within the Robinhood app. So if you were to go into the app, you just go into the settings side and you would go into the account information. So as you can see right here, it says enable dividend reinvestment. And so dividend reinvestment is currently disabled. So like I said, when you go in, you have to enable it manually, but it says dividend reinvestment, the DRIP program automatically reinvests cash dividends payments into additional shares of the underlying stock or fund. You can click that button to learn more, but I think it just takes you to one of their blog posts that they talked about what the actual dividend reinvestment or the DRIP program looks like. But if you just want to enable it, all you need to do is click this button. It'll say dividend reinvestment, grow your investments over time by automatically reinvesting cash dividends. Click that continue button and you should be good to go. It's then going to tell you exactly how it works. So this is something that I like about Robinhood. It kind of walks you step by step through each one of the process. So I'll read through this and what it says. Dividend reinvestment grows your holdings over time by investing cash dividends back into your stocks and ETFs. So it's going to automatically reinvest your dividends. So we'll reinvest any cash dividends you earn on the next market day, and it's going to pause at any time if you want to. So you can turn that on or off. So for enable to pause that, you would just pause your dividend reinvestments for individual stocks at any time. So that's pretty cool. Let's say over the course of a year, you keep reinvesting into a company like Apple, but then for a certain reason, you want to start getting some cash out of Apple. You can toggle that on or toggle that off at any point in time, which is a game changer for something like Robinhood. If I were to click continue, it's going to give me the drip agreement. I would just scroll down all the way to the bottom, hit accept, and now it says you're enrolled. Going forward, you can automatically reinvest any dividend payments you receive, and then you can start to go into edit your settings. And what that is going to allow you to do is turn the dividend reinvestment program on or off for each one of the stocks that offers dividends in your particular portfolio. So wrapping up, guys, that was a full video about what happens when you actually get the email from Robinhood saying that you're off the list and that you have access to fractional shares and the dividend reinvestment program. I hope you guys got a lot of value out of this. Something else that Robinhood announced was the Robinhood cash management card. So I did a video about this a while back. If you guys want to check that video out, I did a complete unboxing and actually set that up in the app similar to what I did today. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll leave a card up there so you guys can check out that video. I'm also going to be doing a new update for my Robinhood app $1 million stock portfolio, which just shows me going from investing $0 to on my journey to $1 million. So I'm going to be doing that update as soon as I hit $10,000. So that should be within the next couple of weeks, but I'm going to leave a link to the entire playlist. I have about 6 or 7 different episodes out right now that shows you guys exactly what I invest in, when I invest in it, and the actual prices. So it's super transparent so you guys can see my entire investing journey. So like I said, if you guys want to check that out, I'm going to leave a link down in the description to the playlist of that video series. And before I get out of here, I just want to say, if you guys are liking the content and you like topics around Robinhood investing, personal finance, financial literacy, savings, or investing in general, or if you'd like to discuss some topics about entrepreneurship, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit the bell to be updated anytime I post new content.